All right, get a couple people in here. I got shaking chickadee in my beard like a nasty fat bastard. Can you guys hear me? Like, let me know and stuff if you can. That'd be great. Hey, can you hear me? Yes, no? Okay, cool. Get this chucked up on the jaws here. We're doing a couple different bowls tonight. This is a kind of a hybrid live edge segmented job that I got turned up. I got an idea for this. I've got to make a bowl for the local or the school's Christian Youth Association. Last year I made a bunch of ornaments. This year I'm making one of these. What they do is they raffle them off, and the proceeds of it go to a thing called the Angel Tree. Helps like less fortunate families have stuff for Christmas, food, a couple presents for the kids, clothes, stuff like that. So it's a pretty good cause. This one's gonna be a basic straight up bowl. Flaming box elder turns kind of wonky sometimes, but it's got a bunch of cool different textures in it with the segmented piece on top of it. I think it'll turn out pretty cool and have a nice rim on it. And then I've got a another monstrosity over there that's messed up like third world country politics, and we're gonna turn it. We're gonna try to make a nice art piece out of it. So let me get my hoodie on or my apron and all that stuff, and we'll get at it. I reckon for all two of y'all that's in here currently. There he goes, 11. I don't expect this to be going crazy or anything because, you know, keep that shit from going down inside my shirt. Said I don't expect it to be too crazy because it's Monday and I don't normally turn on here. What's up, Joseph? What's up, BIC? As I was telling everybody else, what's up, Moyak? How's it going, brother? All right, this is a chunk of some gnarly looking flaming box elder, and on top of it, I got a segmented ring. I gotta make a bowl on a cutting board, and I'm tossing a rolling pin for the local Christian Youth Association at the school where I work. And last year I made a bunch of ornaments and stuff like that. This year they're gonna take this and they're gonna raffle it off. Goes toward pretty good cause. Goes towards like the Angel Tree for the less fortunate kids and stuff like that. So I'm always like more happy to like try to help them out with some stuff. Get this warlock on, and then we'll get to turning. Fucking kangaroo pouch. I let this set for right at 48 hours, so hopefully it don't fly apart like a big wooden hand grenade in my face. But because I won't be in town this weekend to do a Spunday, my ass is going to a different state. I'm going to check out Woodcraft while I'm there because I've never been to one. I'm going to try to go live today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. No God knows what, bub. I gotta go visit the family. Get y'all in the right place here. I use the round carbide to try to like straighten up any inconsistencies on the outside diameter of it. And then I'll go into the bowl gouge and try to like church it up a little bit. A bit too high. Yeah, it's I tried to follow all the precautions to get it glued up right. I didn't want to go too sketchy on this. Still got a little bit more there, and a whole lot there. All right, but we are about 90% round on the ring. That's a plus. Turn the speed up a little bit. Still a little bit more there, but that's rounded off. We got to take care of that piece. So I'm going to bring about an 1/8 inch in. That's what's right on that annoying bastard. Bring it in a little bit. That should bring it short all the way around, and it does. Cool. So before we start working on the inside of this, I want to go around the bottom side of this a little bit, kind of round it off. I don't want to go too crazy with it because I really don't want to get rid of all this collaring and the termination lines and some of this actual deformities in the wood that make it is what it is. Oop, some shit's going down. So we'll round off the back side of this a little bit. And for that, I think I'm going to go to... I'm running gadgets in my foot, but come on, guys. Sand it a little bit. Right here, got a little bit of a lump. I really don't want that. I want the walls on this to be kind of straight. The difference is making like a cookie jar or something. Better, a little more. Alright. We're going to sand up the outside of this. And so I don't kill the battery, my trim mask. Flop this bastard over my face right here so I can look like a big fat camoed ninja. So I can actually talk to you guys while I'm sanding on it. Yeah, Ryan's got a badass hood. Uncle Moya hooked me up with this one, and I can't be thankful enough. Right, I'm going to flip this heifer in reverse, do some sanding on it. If this comes out okay, this will truly be like a one-of-a-kind bowl. And it's going for a pretty good cause in my book, so I hope it is. Oh man, that is gonna be crazy. It's got like right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Sex Gordif. Yeah, I think that's a bot. Right here, I got all kinds of crazy stuff going on the grain. It's got everything from like bird's eye to wave and stuff like that. That's gonna be cool. So I am going to shore up the front side of this, and then I'll move the camera over to this mount. That way, you can see what's going on inside here. Get the hood on. Back and drive instead of reverse. Turn it on. Alright. Move you fellers over to this mount. See what's going on. Okay. This thing out of the way. We are going to start working on the inside of this ring. I like to keep the tailstock attached to all my stuff until I get the center of gravity closer to the chuck. Might be kind of goofy, but it does, yes, kind of look like a circus tent. So let's get on with that. Don't mean to be annoying y'all with that the doom going on in the background, but that's like orders and shit coming in. Find my carbide key, I'll turn this. If not, I'll just go to a different carbide. In fact, I'm going to set this right down here for a second. Stay. Take that big ass monstrosity off there. There. I was planning on turning the Christmas tree this morning. Oh yeah. You talking about the undercut Christmas trees, or like just the butt plug-esque Christmas trees? Sit you over there for a minute. Throw my homie Jacob's chuck in here, because he makes all the turning smaller. Throw this bastard down in low gear. Not have fingers like a fucking fistful of bananas, that'd be great. I mean, not that I want to inopportunity like lose them or anything, but you know. Okay. Turn the speed down. I have no idea what that guy's saying. Alright. That is not the same bit I had on there the other day. That is. All right. Yeah, I got big hands. I'm sorry, man. Alright. I think that'll give us a good enough inch and a half in there. We're good. Set you down here for a minute. What am I doing? Yeah, look at me clean as I go. It's crazy, isn't it? Taking some words from people wiser than me. We'll do as Jeff says and check my damn chuck. Alright, so we'll start trying to work on the inside of that with the bowl gouge a little bit. I got one. My project table. Set this up here so I can see what the hell's going on inside this thing. And let me get Bertha. I'm gonna try it with the bowl gouge. Not there, I ain't. You're annoying me already. Try to be a decent person. Get the fucking stick.
Cabinet. Yeah, that's got a big ass lathe. I pressed my power button. Turn this off for a minute and see what we got. Take a break. Alright, so we've still got all of that red following through. I don't want to lose that. By the time everything's done, I'd like to get the wall thickness of this down to maybe like a 1/4 inch. Give it just a little bit of a rollover out here on the outside edge. All this crazy ass confetti. I'm gonna shop back again here in a minute. Had to reroute my dust collection and everything. I'm really not happy about that. Mr. Wilson, take it easy, buddy. Be careful. Thanks for coming in. Yep. If you haven't, please like, subscribe, all that cool stuff. Consider becoming a member, yada yada. You guys know the spiel. It's usually the same group of people that are here. Check out the other channels. There's some people here that have moderator status that can spam the other channels. There's a lot of good turners in this group. And it'd be a shame not to give credit where it's due, because I've learned a lot from each and every one of them. Okay, this is fairly round. Like I said, we're going to narrow the walls or thin the walls out a little bit. And go a little bit deeper. And to do that, I'm going to do some shit that everybody always frowns upon because it's sketchy. But I'm down for that. There's back here, tighten this up. What I'm working for, Jeff. Squeeze down a little bit. Depth wise, we got about 3/4 of an inch to go depth wise, and then we'll start thinning it out. up, Roberto? Check the depth on it. A little bit more, not a whole lot. This light just does not want to stay where the hell I put it at. I know that. It's not about that life. Thank you. We're going to still thin her out just a little bit. She's not as thin as I want her. Still got to straighten up the walls too. They're kind of a little wonky. I don't have one of them super badass flat bar rests yet. Like Ryan's got. Because that thing's just cool as shit and I really need to get one. Especially for hollowing stuff out. So I'm going to try to do some hood rat shit here real quick. Clears that way. We're going to put the lathe in reverse. Turn the speed down. Try to smooth up these walls with my round. That curve rest will do. Yeah, I need to get one of those too. I've got one, but it doesn't fit this diameter of a banjo. You guys notice I haven't been screaming out mock Jesus and hitting this shit wide open here lately? I'm actually like taking the advice of some people and trying to become a better turner. Not a whole lot of people I take advice from. Jeff being one, I've been watching a lot of his videos. The guy turns at some slower speeds, especially on his bowls. And I'm figuring if it works for Jeff, it'd probably work for me. So I'm trying that. So trying not to mock Jesus it, and any opportunity I get to use a bowl gouge where it's not gonna like get 9 times the crazy or something like that. I've been trying to do that. Been using my skew and my my roughing gouge for a lot of stuff. So that would explain that, if anybody's wondering why you haven't heard the old mock Jesus. Yeah, that flat gouge you got, or that flat bar, dude, you got is badass. Now, with everything that I just said about speed and let's not throw caution to the wind, is that shit fun? Oh, yeah. But I'm assuming it's a lot more funner whenever you can like do it and have all the fundamentals of like turning lockdown. And let's face it, I'm new to this. I've only been doing this for like a year and a half, and yeah, I get lucky and throw some pretty cool pieces out of here every once in a while. But I'd like to be able to be like, yeah, I know what the fuck I'm doing when it comes down to it. Where's some? We're still gonna go thinner on the walls, guys. Sorry. Damn it. First catch. Nope. No thinner. Jeff, is this the kiss of death trying to go thinner on this or what, man? I'll ask you. Oh. Oh, okay, stupid. Put this bitch in fucking drive. All right, see what we got here. Round off the bottom on the inside and give it a good sanding. Clear up any lines that we got. I'm not gonna go a whole lot thinner than that. I'm gonna round off the edge. I don't know, man. That still looks thick as fuck, don't it? Damn, there's a grown man hug session going on in my chat. All right, so I still got some, it's not necessarily tear out, but you can see there was a tool on that finish, and that's not what I'm going for. Yeah, that's the best way to say it. See if I can do this without getting a wicked nasty catch on it. Okay, that did look like it actually was beneficial somewhat, so we'll see how it goes. Thank you, Max. What's up, Steve? Appreciate it. We are going to hit the inside of this with some grit. I want to take care of that, though. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see that right in here. That's rough. Everything else is smooth except for that one section. So. What's up, Pilato? What's up, Boondock? Not doing a whole lot. We're going to come up here and we're going to round off the rim just a little bit. I'm not going to go batshit crazy with it, but Jeff taught me that a while back ago. If you round off the rim at the top of it, gives the illusion that the walls or the bowl are thinner because you're looking down at it, and it draws your eyes towards the center of the bowl. Some shit like that. at that church chicken. Hey, cool. It's probably for the praise and worship team, but tell me they ain't got some chicken there. Church women always got chicken. Dude, chicken or pizza, there's no middle ground. Now, I do have to be a little cautious when putting this friction paste on here. I think I was having a fucking mini stroke there or something. Because this is a rim made out of Paduke and maple. And this box elder is in the maple family as well. They're naturally white woods. And if that Paduke, any of the sand or sawdust drags across this stuff, gets caught in the grain, and it instantly turns the white stuff pink. So we're going to try to stay away from that. Oh, they got Cracker Barrel catering. I told you. Tell you, man, religious people get the fuck down when it comes to eating. Especially if you go down south. God. Turn this down a little bit. Start off on the outside. Turn the speed up. Oh no, I might put ice cream in it. Actually, this is going to the CYA school along with the cutting board and the rolling pin. They're gonna raffle it off. Trying to make some extra paper for the angel tree thing they got going on. Helps out some less fortunate families, man. So last year I made them a buttload of ornaments. This year I'm making them a bowl on a cutting board and all that stuff. Okay. Alright, so get another rag here. I'll move you guys over here so you can see when this goes on it.
Sorry, guys. And they might make tortillas with salsa. You never know. Pilato, this part is flaming box elder. This up here is Paduke and maple. Let the outside of that dry up a little bit. I'm gonna put another coat on her and I'm gonna buff the hell out of it. And then we're gonna do the inside of it. It's a good thing about this shine juice. It's equal parts alcohol. This one's tongue oil and shellac. The grain on this flaming box elder is insane. Alright, let's see what we got here. She feel like she dry enough to buff. Turn her up, mock Jesus. For the buffing only. Now we're going to hit the inside of it around this ring with it a little bit. No, I need this one. Another coat on the outside, never hurt not nobody. Balsam maple tree that fell in our woods, a cut up, waiting for it to dry. Oh yeah, dude, I'm telling you right now. No, my buff cloth is a paper towel, dude, shop towel. The I had a when I first started turning on the lathe, I had a couple logs of spalted maple, but at the time I had like no way for like of cutting it. Like I had just started, like the Franken lathe had just come to life and all that shit, dude. So like, if you look back on my the Whack and Chicks Facebook group page, there's a bunch of these badass bowls that I turned like back in the day, and like I had no idea what I was doing, kind of like now, but way worse back then. And like I had the grain orientation on the bowls wrong, everything like that, and it was one of those if I knew what I know now back then kind of moments. Put a shine on that edge. Let me bring it up here. Give this thing its justice. I'm actually pretty impressed with that. So all the collars in the wood, that's the natural collars of it. The segmented top up here is Paduke and Maple. I segmented it. 16-piece cut. I think you got to set it at like I want to think it's like 30 degrees or something like that. But glue and flat, I went ahead before the glue up actually started and turned one side of this flat so I could mount that to it. And that's the CYA bowl. I think it turned out pretty cool. You probably put a healthy bottle or healthy dose of ice cream in that. The see if I can clean it off just a little bit so you guys can see better. Of course, I don't help at all. I gotta hit the bottom of the Forstner bit and throw my coin in that. Give me just a second, because we're getting ready to do some real dumb, real sketchy shit. This is a big crusty ass chunk of a flaming box elder. It is in no way balanced. So I'm assuming when I mount it up on here, she's gonna start dancing across this table like she works for money. Kind of hoping not. I just learned to expect the worst, you know. You gay? What the fuck? Yeah, Black Angel, I'm gay enough that I boned your dad. I seen that. I thought that was Roberto that sent that, and I was like, the fuck? That's a big gnarly bitch. She's got cracks, she's got splits, she's got some bark left on her. Hell, I'm pretty sure she's even got some dirt on her. In fact, I know she's got some dirt on her. But it is a big chunk of box elder. If we can get it spinning true, we might be able to make something cool out of it. Maybe. Might end a damn trip to the hospital. Fuck yeah, I spilled shellac down the back of my laptop. Yes. Love that shit. Alright, so we're gonna try to avoid all chaos. Use some safety, not a lot, but this is gonna be sketchy as a motherfucker. Turn that speed all the way down. Yeah, I'm hoping it don't blow up and like take off a limb or something. This shit looks sketchy as hell. Speed or, yeah, speed down. Might need to mount you guys to something else. Hold on for just a second. Ah, the fuck? I got this. Impromptu rocking chair mount. This shit over here. Oh, it's in me. Feels like a fucking helicopter taking off. I ain't gonna lie, dude. I don't get nervous about a lot of shit, but that one kind of freaked me out a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and put the old speedometer on Miss Daisy here. Right to the other side of the basement. Shit got wild. Okay, let's that's a little fucky, but it ain't nearly as fucky. I think we might be able to work with that. Fuck it, we're gonna ride it out. That's getting on my nerves. Ah. This some bitch right here, we're gonna work on him. Your favorite words? Oh yeah, it's sketchy, motherfucker. What's up, old Pat? How you doing, brother? All right, yeah. All right, fuck it. Let's ride it out. Brain's going in every damn direction, so I don't think it really matters what I use on this. Pretty sure there's a wrong tool, and I'm about 100% sure I'll figure it out real soon, like. Get some of this stuff out my way so I can get to the appropriations. Shazam! It's like watching old people fuck. We're turning up the speed. rounded that part off. Look at us fucking go. Still got a lot to do. Look at it starting to round and shit. Not a lot, but some. Alright, we're going to keep rounding that off. What I'm going to try to do is keep as much of this right here in as I can, because this is going to be the bottom of this. I want to try to make a live edged vessel to where it's kind of got like the grain, but the top of it's slanted, you know? Some shit like that. Here we go. Off. This side's got the black on it, this side's got the red on it. If this works out, this will actually be really, really fucking cool. We'll see. Get to keep it, we'll buy it. No, I'm not even attempting to use my bowl gouge on, dude. I'm using a carbide. William Roberts. It is illegal for me to take money for anything that I create on YouTube. I looked into that. But if you go to The Whack and Check, same as my YouTube channel, look for groups on Facebook. Everything that I make is posted on there, and I ship anywhere in the U.S. Carbides, not nearly as much. I would never take my actual bowl gouges or my skews or anything on this because of the dirt and the silica content and all that stuff like that. But this carbide's been on here for about a month, and it's about at the end of its lifespan, so I figured this would be the one to do it on. tear the Band-Aid off when I can. Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to, like, I was reading that on one thing. I don't think you're allowed to, like, sell stuff off or something like that. I mean, I'm not trying to step on anybody's hustle or anything like that. I got enough shit going on. I don't need YouTube coming down on me or the IRS for anything. All right, so she's fairly round. We got this spot we're gonna take out, which means we'll lose a little bit of both of these on the journey around, but for the most part, we'll be able to keep a good bit of this, and that's what I'm trying to do. A little bit more. I don't know if that seems like it's in there real good, but I still don't fucking trust it. Alright, we still got a little bit, but we're going to leave some of that in there. And now I'm going to start tapering this back towards at an angle this way. So it'll kind of like egg. You know what I mean? It'll egg. Yeah. It'll fucking egg. Where you at, you big son of a bitch? You're my favorite. Well, good thing you asked that. Once a month, I do a giveaway to my members, even on the lowest tier, the $1 tier. Our buddy, Joseph Carpenter on here, he won it this month. And I'll be doing one probably not, well, definitely not this week because I'll be out of town this Sunday, but the following week. So if that's something you're interested in, consider becoming a member. That gets you involved in it, and you see me make the piece right here on the live. I put your name in the bowl that I just made. It goes out to you. As long as you're in the continental U.S., you get it. I'm going to sand this a little bit and see what this looks like. Because one, I'm curious, and two, I can. Still gonna have to cut to get that rough patch out of there as much as I don't want to. I'm gonna lose some of the bark on the other side, but it's got to be done. See if that got it out of there. Almost. Right there. All right, that section's out of there for the most part. Now we got all this up here, plus this grain. we can get down here and actually have some fun now. I didn't want to lose all of that, and I definitely didn't want to remove any more of that. Yeah, so William, consider becoming a member. You just got to send pictures of yourself naked to Big Dog so he knows that you're not a, a bot or anything like that. I'm playing, bro. And here's the absolute beauty of it. This piece of wood was going to be a piece of firewood. Bill Krolek. I don't know, sir. You keep that thing to yourself, sir. Or your lack of thing. I mean, I don't know. I'm not judging. So I'm gonna try to get in real close with this skew so I can shore this up, even the bottom up, and then I'm gonna cut the tenon in. But I also want to keep that curve. Think controlled chaos. As dumb as that sounds. Like the vase is just growing out of the ugly ass raw wood. Kind of wish Jeff was in here to see this. We got the inspiration off this by watching his live the other day. He turned that badass piece of cypress live edge. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Alright, we're gonna cut our tenon in the bottom of it. Or a mortise, I'm sorry. That mortise is a little bit deeper than I normally cut on these, but that's because there is a couple cracks and everything you can see down here, and I want a really good purchase without trying to blow that apart. Lower this down just a cack here. Yeah, damn. My damn pliers out. I need them for this shit. I'm most definitely gonna CA it. There we go. Motherfucker was on there harder than Chinese arithmetic. Where'd you go? I miss you so. Ooh, that's punky. We gotta get some glue. Shit. We're gonna just fucking fill that whole little thing in there. Man, I really hope this doesn't go to shit because that's some of the better red that I've got in one of these. Stay. Runner, it is flaming box elder, man. Yeah, that worm screw was in there like a fucking hair and a biscuit. Phil, that was the next option, man. Well, that's doing its thing. We're gonna hit here vaping apparatus real quick. The notification was like a drum roll. I don't get it. Runner, I'm not ignoring you. I thought I answered it. That's flaming box elder. It's not an exotic wood by any means, but around here it's kind of like hard to get your hands on. I lucked out and I got a couple logs of it, a few slabs of it. Probably one of my favorite indigenous woods to this area, but the red in it and the black is caused by a fungus and damage. The box elder tree is pretty common, but in order for it to get those different colors in it that you see right like there is the tree's got to be damaged at a very young age, like when it's a sapling, and depending on the minerals that get into it, causes the different coloration. and then it's a fungus that takes over from the bacteria and stuff like that and the minerals that get in there, and it gives it that crazy coloration and stuff like that. Like if you look over here, like the camera doesn't do it a whole lot of justice, but there's blacks that are intertwined with that red. Let's see if I can. That's the natural color of that wood. There's nothing like artificial or man-made done to it. And then even though that's already red, it gets blood red once you put the juice to it. Okay. Turn that down, see where we're at here. She's not 100% even on there. I don't want to put that damn worm screw back in there. I think I'll kick my ass. Thank you, Runner. Runner, I don't know how long you've been in the stream here, but this is the piece that we just made. It's a flaming box elder as well, with a segmented ring around the top of it. The top ring is Paduke and maple. So yeah, all the coloring and everything like that, it's the natural stuff in this. It's one of my favorite woods for that reason. That's much better center-wise. Now if we can just keep her from blowing the fuck apart of my face. Thank you. Giant Herpes, what's up? Much gooder. Much gooder. This might be a little overzealous, but I'm gonna try to hollow out from that point in, so get that damn Forstner bit out here. And one of the reasons that this is so hard to hollow with the Forstner is one, because my Forstner is probably dull. Let's not even beat around the bush on that shit. But 90% of the log that I got, and that's why it's freaking out so much, it's pretty much a burl. What's up, Smallwood? How you doing, brother? Okay. That's a toasty bitch. Back it off a little bit. Lock it down. Hold on to that for dear life. Put just a little bit of pressure on it.
I'll fucking pull out the hole right there, yeah.
And because Daddy got tired of fucking around. Look at that shit. Got me an old extender. It's the one that she told you was just a friend that you don't have to worry about. In the words of Robert G. Going deep, Bobby. Mm-hmm. Big fucking skank plug. We're about halfway down on that one. I think we'll give that heifer a break. We tried this the other night. It didn't work that great, but we were drilling into a little bit different kind of wood, so why not try it with this again? There's only like 90 people in here watching, so it ain't gonna hurt nothing. Yeah. If that worked out, that'd be slicker than shit. Probably not going to, though. No, it's going to beat the shit out of me is what it's going to do. That bit's fucking useless. That's it. I said it. Alright, we're gonna get in here with the hands-on stuff. Need some lube. 5-gallon bucket of fucking Astro light on that thing. Make sure she's still good. What we got here on Speedwise? Fuck it, let's do her. Yes, I know it's not the tool for the job. But I'm trying to make a hole deep enough for me to get into to where I ain't gonna mess with this outer edge out here and remove a whole bunch of this bark, not needing to. That bitch is moving on me. Okay. All right, that's the thickness that I want the rim actually. So, what's up, Johnny? How's it going, brother? There goes my coffee mug down to 10 ounce. And we're gonna flip it in reverse for a minute so I can work on that side over there. In the words of Missy Elliott, sometimes you gotta flip it down, put it in reverse it, or some shit like that. goes my coffee mug down to 10? I don't get it, William. You're going too deep with that. I think something's going to happen. I'm out. All right, later, man. It's getting ready to get real fucking deep here in a minute. Lay it down, flip it, and reverse it. Yep, schnitter, whatever. Okay, we still got about 2 inches to give her, which is probably way more than I've ever given my wife. Fuckers. Okay. Give her the old Extendo 5000. Yeah, we're not going to go that way. The Last Crusade wasn't a bad movie. I'll take that. Slide this back out the way. Put the old mag light in there. That's what the fuck I'm doing. Speed. All right. Give me a second here. See what we got. What's up, Depression Talks? I gotta clean up some of this crap here.
Suck it up.
I kept it. Fucker. Plug this for a minute. I'll bring y'all down here. We can see what the hell's going on. All right. So we're gonna go. About another ½ inch. put the lathe in reverse and work back on that side so I can round out this corner because it's easier for me to see without jamming my head in front of the camera. Damn, I wish Jeff was in here. He's always talking about like thin walls and stuff like that. Ow. Whore. $400 for a fuel pump? I'm gonna round out the bottom. Flip it back to forward, turn it on. Where's my guppy cutter at? There it is. Yeah. No, don't drag that across there, dumbass. All right. So, get my super duper sandpaper out in this bitch. I don't know if I can fit my hand too far back in there, but we're gonna give it a shot. Parts geek. Okay, we gotta figure out. I know how I'm gonna do it. This is gonna be sketchy as fuck, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And then his mouth, it looked just like cotton candy. What's up, Dan? How's it going, brother? All right. We're gonna hit this heifer with some grit. I'm running low on it, I really am. But this will give us a fair view of what she's expected to look like, I reckon.
This is gonna be real fucking sketchy. Oh. Fucking 3 fingers deep and screaming, boys. Still got some more back here in the very back I gotta get. You're damn right, Johnny. I watched Ryan's live stream the other night and learned how to make a water bong out of a dead squirrel. Is it right? I don't know. Did I enjoy it? Yes, sir. Nah. You got a great community of people here, man. What's up, Depression? Consider liking and subscribing, dude. It hurts my fingers. It burns, it burns, it burns, it burns. Fuck. Alright. Move you guys up here so that you can see some cool stuff, maybe? Turn this off. So, we got all this marbling through. I don't know what it's called. I call it marbling. Then we got the red over here. Black on the opposite side. We got the live edge. Some of the crazy burl looking stuff going on. Oh, cool. Hell yeah, man. So now we're going to shellac this heifer down with some literal shellac, rubbing alcohol, and tung oil. It's going to make it shine. I'm going to turn the speed all the way down. Put her back in drive. And we're going to give her a healthy coating of grease. There we go. I was gonna round off the this lip up here, but man, I don't think it. I don't know. I still might, but.
know if it'd be that big of an ordeal to do it. I'll wait till that shine juice dries a little bit before I get in there at all and make sand or sawdust on this shit. Alright, so that's fairly dry. We're still slow. God, man, this is going to be sketchy as shit because I got that live edge. I wasn't going to do it just because I've got that live edge in there, but I think it kind of needs to happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to kiss the edge of this a little bit. Alright, that's enough kissing. Shit makes me nervous. Yeah, and that narrows down the lip up here to make it look thinner because it's an optical illusion. That live edge bites my fucking thumb one more time while I'm trying to clean it. I'm about ready to lose my shit. Oh, got me that time too, fucker. Stack a couple coats of this shine juice on here, and then yeah, I know I haven't said a whole lot because I really don't have a whole lot of people in here. Please check out my sponsors. My main one, Got Wood LLC. Brad's a hell of a dude. If you're needing wood for carving, turning, anything, man, he's got it. The exotics, that's his area, and you're not going to find a better quality of lumber distributor around here. I'm just saying it like it is. Fine By Tool provided me with this lathe. Super thankful for it. And probably not on this video, but all my other lives and my other videos, there's a complete list of my sponsors, man, and affiliate codes. Use the code WHACKER at Got Wood and get I believe it's a 10 or 15% discount on your purchase. That guy is phenomenal. All right, so let this dry off. We'll give it the old Shawalla Walla and blast her at Mont Jesus with a dry towel. That'll solidify and melt down all that shellac and everything like that and give us a shine. I'm gonna give you all a warning. I'm gonna be out here tomorrow. I'll probably be live. If I do anything on the lathe at all, it might be a couple pins. But tomorrow, I plan on doing a lot of flat work. I want to build maybe a box or two and a bunch of cutting boards. So if you guys want to be around for that, you're more than welcome to come hang out. If not, no hard feelings. I know it's a little bit different what I normally do, but it is what it is, right? Got some orders I got to get out. Once I get all these orders out, I can finish my damn rocking chair. Oh, damn. And I can make my chessboard because I want to make a chessboard and I want to turn all the pieces for it. Damn, that's actually really cool. I guess this would be a vase. I'm not sure. And for good measure. Center spur. I don't use the faceplate. I mount mine up in the chuck when I use it, or you can set it back here in the spindle. What's up, LJ? I never use the actual faceplate. I'm a pretty big fan of the worm screw, which you can see on both the pieces that I've done tonight. Depression, man, take her easy. Thanks for subscribing. Pretty cool. Come back, see us. And this is about done, and I'll show you both the pieces that we had for the evening, and it's going to be a wrap. Turn this up just a little bit. All right, I'm pretty fond of this one already. I don't care what anybody says. I like it a lot. So, before I take this off here, if you're just tuning in, this is the one I made for the CYA so they could raffle it off. Goes with the cutting board and the rolling pin. Flaming box elder bottom. It was kind of like a live edge, just rough log. Made it flat, made a segmented ring to put on top of it consisting of Paduke and maple. I like the way it turned out. Captured all the colors and the crazy stuff in it, differences of the grains. I'll post pictures of these on the YouTube as well as my Facebook group. And this one, I don't know if this one's going to leave, man, because this one kind of got a place that's special, kind of near and dear to my heart. Yeah, I threw that shit. So yeah, it's got the live edge on it, but it's got, that's probably some of the reddest box elder that I've gotten before. Angled walls. Kept it angled on the inside so the taper would follow through. The walls are about 1/4 inch thick all the way down. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna keep this one. This one's pretty cool. And man, this just doesn't do justice on this fucking phone. That blinds it out, but Yeah, so about half tempted to hit it with some of this turtle wax that I got just to see what it'd do. But at the same time, I really don't want to mess anything up. Yeah, the box elder is bleeding. Yeah, I really, really like this. The red carries through on everything. I've got a nice box elder collection going now. And I don't want to get rid of a whole lot of it. Like the box elder that I made the other night with the resin ring in it. That was awesome. That one's got to go to the COA. I promised them that one. So there's that. I've got a smaller bowl that I made in there out of box elder. I've got this bigger vase now. So yeah, I'm a fan of the box elder. Can't help it. But other than that, please like, subscribe. Check out the other turners on here. 77 Rockets, 2-minute tips for wood turners, Timber Designs, Board Handcraft, which is Mike Wilson. LJ's got a channel, the Wood Shop by LJ Woodworks. He's a hell of a turner. The Wood Shop by Dan. Got some other ones on here. Joseph the Carpenter. Check out the Shoops. Pretty good dude and chick for that matter. Just starting. Got a lot of talent. Great community. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do that. Check out the other channels as well. Other than that, oh yeah, don't forget about Mex. Mex is on here too. Big Dog Woodworks. Shit, my bad. Probably back on here tomorrow. Like I said, I'm gonna do some flat work, maybe a box or two. If I do anything on the lathe at all, it's gonna be pins for orders. But other than that, peace. Love y'all. God bless. I'm out. My hair is crazy as hell looking.